Hello and welcome to GG Leagues Week 2. There's a little different this week. Zeko is gone. I am Lyros, and joining me is Cosmic this time.
I am very happy to be here with you today, Lyros. I am coming over from the League of Legends stream, so same company, different game, but it should be a pretty exciting match today. So we're going to have UNL Crimson versus the Zeeloss College Prep. Both teams are currently 1-0 sitting on the board, so they're both feeling pretty solid, but one of them is going to get knocked down to 1-1 here today, so we might see a trend starting to set for the rest of the whole season here.
Yeah, both these teams trying to stay undefeated because when you're in these early weeks, the goal is kind of to stay undefeated as long as you can because it just kind of keeps you up at that top tier of the standings, and the longer you can go without a loss, the easier the rest of your season will be.
Yes, indeed. And while we're just sitting here waiting right now, you'll see that we are currently going towards Bind, Bands, War, Haven, and Ascent. We're going to go for Bind first, Icebox second, and Fracture for our third match if necessary. But hopefully these teams can close out 2-2, making this quite the easier job for them to keep moving on. Now, who did we have last week here, Light Rose? Who did we have showing up last week?
I believe if we can kind of go all the way back, we had a very, very close match. If I can go all the way back up, yeah, we had USC Varsity versus UC San Diego, and that was an entire match that was just extremely back and forth. And eventually, it just came down to, one team was able to be better than the other. We saw that USC and UCSD came down to the final map, which the difference between the sides. You had attacker sided and you had defender sided, and how important getting certain rounds on one side was because of how one-sided the map is. And we're still waiting to get in, so we see how these early rounds are going to go, Cosmic. We might see how these teams are going to fare out.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how these teams go for it as well. I mean, there's quite the division change as well. We went from Division A last week to this week. We are currently sitting on Division C, but for most people, like, oh, it means lower level play. But I mean, crazy stuff has happened in Division C. And honestly, that's my favorite place to be when it comes to casting games for certain, because normally you see some of the more outlandish picks, some of the strangest plays that you wouldn't see normally on normal maps, so especially with high tier teams, because normally you'll see the usual and they'll just kind of go for what they need to. But as we're just currently sitting here and waiting, go ahead and spam in chat. Spam in chat who do you want to win and whatnot. I'm currently watching chat over on my side screen here, so I can see all you guys or reply. We'll just have a fun old little time here. So yeah, spam in chat who you want to win this match between these two 1-0 teams. And I'm still excited as we're just waiting for this bind map to still load in. I don't know what the issue is, but there we go. I think we're finally just about to log in.
Clutch. Hey people,
come on now. I'm anticipating my congratulations.
1 second, peeps. I gotta visit the astral to play some stars. That'll work.
Hang around with
right there.
Parents, so
about there.
But right now we're, at least I am at home, getting ready to cast this Valorant match.
Need that back. Obscuring vision. Concealment.
Go ahead and drop this live for you guys here soon.
Obscuring vision. Pulling them in.
Oh! Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
That's a good spot. A gift.
It looks like
I think, contrary to popular belief, League is not similar to Valorant.
Perfect.
no, it is not. There's a lot of chaos happening as well, but I mean, Valorant has its own challenges as well. Especially because normally all the chaos tends to happen within moments here. And it looks like we personally are getting a stream going a bit on our end here.
Yeah, we can see some
They
of
found my
what
trap.
is happening. So already going onto this A site, that is going to be what I believe you can see already with Nebraska taking out Zeeloss. So already we do see UNL kind of taking a little bit of an advantage here, going down one person. They're going to have to play this pretty well to kind of counteract losing that Sova, losing that information, even though they do have 2 rounds up. Once you kind of start to lose that bonus round, and can really start to snowball.
Yeah, it does look like Shadow's trying to look around for the flank here. We have a lot of protection over on A side. And it's working out pretty well as well. I mean, it does seem like a lot of our members here are kind of scattered out, but it does look like our attacking team is currently rounding their way to A, realizing that it does seem like
30 seconds left.
B is a bit more difficult to go on. We're down to the 30 seconds here, and it looks like we're going to see some action playing here at A site.
Time to jump.
Oh yeah, Nebraska using that nice new rework that was available, and now that spike is going to be able to get planted. We are going to see Josh go get 2 on the flank. It's eventually going to get taken out by Nebraska. No, it's GOD all the way back in spawn. They're going to have to try to 1v3 here against UNL. They've only got a Sheriff and a Spectre, not really guns that you want in this situation. You see, with that turret just up top, they have to reveal their position, take some damage in the process as well. A lot more than they really would have wanted. But, you know, Zeeloss, this might be the first round that, unfortunately, they're going to have to take. And there we go with Nebraska taking out GOD. It's going to be 2-1 here to start this round.
Yeah, I did not see Nebraska sitting around the corner there. Able to get caught off in the end. I mean, it was a pretty solid route coming around from our attacking team here. I mean, over there we get some picks over off on the side. So we're currently stacking above the board. Joshy currently sitting 5 and 2, picking up that Vandal to get some action done and ready. As it does look like the team members are prepping and ready to go ahead and try to go through B here. They might reroute once again like they did last time, but more or less, I think, you know, they have a lot of pressure, and it does seem like the defense is ready over on A. 4 members stacking up a lot, looking for a possible pick early off here.
Yeah, just kind of not really wanting to shoot past this Viper Wall. Josh is going to be able to use it to rotate pretty smart, but you can see in the minimap, there are 3 stacked up on A, and depending how UNL kind of want to take this, if they do lose a member early like they did last round, things could not end up well. So there's a lot of patience on both ends here, as no one really wants to make the first move, but it is going to be J-Man taking out Jay, that Killjoy. That was by a main, so Primordial Soup being a little risky there, but still having to back off, and eventually might see a B take, as it's still Nebraska in showers. So a lot of things that UNL could be doing here, and eventually Nebraska's just going to have to back off and join his team.
Yes, it does look like Nebraska trying to sneak out some of the members here. A lot of them are staying very patient, waiting around. They are slowly getting routed, though. Not a lot of vision over on B. Some quick, easy headshot there for Zeeloss, getting taken out by Primordial. So a quick turnout as well. Jimmy planting down, ulti getting dropped down by Viper. Does it sound like the ulti? There it is. Putting on the corner, Primordial Soup able to get the headshot there right off on Joshy, currently holding the point there. 2-3 overall. As members are slowly being pressured in. Here comes our defending team popping in around side. Just dodging that. Primordial Soup getting another headshot, and attackers are going to take that round, getting us to an even 2-2.
Yeah, Zeeloss coming back from the 2 rounds that unfortunately we weren't able to see. We know that at least one of them was close, because we were able to hear that, you know, clutch announcer that was able to be out. But now with these first 2 rounds, Zeeloss has really been able to they've been losing the members first. You can see with Zeeloss going down in one of those rounds, and the other just that Killjoy that was able to be taken out. So these first entry picks don't mean that the round is immediately over, that you're going to win the round. As you can see, both of these sides have lost one, and they've both gone over to UNL.
Toxins going up.
Yeah, I mean, they're standing pretty solid right now. They do have a lot of coordination coming around the corner. 2 shots being fired, going to be taken out. One member there. Blind's going to work out. So we do have Miku hiding around the corner there. Nebraska has their eyes set on them. It looks like they're going to be a standoff here. They're trying to peek around. It's going to get found out. Miku's going to fall there. 2 members left over on defending side. It just seems like our attackers are just completely coordinated, diving straight through.
Yeah, once this kind of advantage of the
Spike
pistol round
planted.
wore out, they have just
Last
been in
player
control all the
standing.
time, and Zeeloss is going to get taken out as well. It might be a flawless round. You've only got Joshi with a Marshall, their position given away and only obscured by the smoke, and when that goes away, they really aren't going to have anywhere to hide. Looking down the site of where nobody is, you can see that nobody on UNL is even willing to take the risk of trying to contest that when they know they absolutely have it. Yep, you can see a flawless, and there we go, just in control right now. UNL, we'll see how this continues to play, as right now this attacking round just seems dominated by them.
Yeah, I mean, it might have just been a fluke for these earlier rounds from
got
UNL. It
enough
seems like
time
they
to go into
do
the
have the
Astro 4?
lockdown here over onto Zeeloss, but
That should work.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be seeing quite yet. It's just a lot of coordination from these members there, and I mean, top of the board, Primordial Soup, along with CEO of Nebraska, both members are just landing these shots so simply and so easily, and they're just catching off with other members as well.
What did you mention? It does appear to be a 4v5 because Shadow disconnected from the lobby. So
Ooh.
it seems that UNL are just trucking onward. They're not
next?
asking for a pause, not asking anything like that. So if they're able to win this round with, completely 4v5, then I think that is definitely going to show their prowess. We do see the Yori Wolf going to give a little bit of information. And now that Zeeloss knows as well, is now we do see GB being taken away by GOD. Now you're put at a 3v5, so you were at a disadvantage from the start, and now you've just had both your legs taken out. This is not a good situation.
Yeah, it's gonna just keep being rough here. Members of Zeeloss are just kind of sitting around. Jim trying to
Spike
bait
planted.
members over. Not gonna find it. Spike is actually gonna get planted though. Ooh, another man getting picked off there. Another one as well. You're just down to one more member here. No defense on the point either. Jimin trying to sneak out here. We do have Killjoy winning around the corner. Blind's going out. They're going to get quickly found by Jade. As members of Zeeloss are slowly but surely trying to
One
peek over
enemy
there.
remaining.
Headshot's going to land. Last member is waiting behind. Defenders are going to pick that one up as a win.
And now it is officially that 4v5 because Shadow is going to be, despawned, and I believe they also get that ult orb because Shadow is going to be gone. So, actually, no, Shadow is still there. Interesting that it doesn't reward them, but regardless, this is going to put them at a huge loss for the rest of the round, and it kind of seems like they're okay with it. Like, they're not really doing anything about it.
Yeah, they're not calling for a pause. They're not calling for any change. Maybe they just don't know. Who knows?
Oh, they definitely know.
they're just kind of waiting for it as well. I mean, they have a chance. They were showing pretty dominant earlier on, but again, without that Jet in tow, it's gonna be quite difficult for them to bring this one around. And Bind might just end up going straight over to Zeeloss.
Yeah, I think the question on my mind is UNL going to be able to do anything? Are they going to be able to put up any rounds, or is this just going to be a complete stomp, 13-3, everything in the kitchen sink like that? So I think we can only wait. We can only see if whether they're going to be able to put up any fight. We're just going to kind of watch fate deal itself out.
Yeah, it does seem like UNL is taking their time. Present's gonna get detected. Headshot picked up there by Miku. Another member has fallen down to a 3v5. Viper hiding out along the wall here. CEO Nebraska doesn't see them in time. Gets the kill earlier off on Joshi. The armor's going to be down. They're going to quickly be taken out there.
Spike
Multiple
down,
members are
B.
falling. It does look like Zeeloss are able to take another one. So yeah, that lost member is causing a lot of issues here.
And there it is. We get the confirmation, the Wi-Fi. No internet means you cannot play an internet-based game.
10
Unfortunately,
seconds
you are not allowed to play Valorant today. As long as you're not blaming it on a DDoS attack, I think we're all fine.
The thing with that is it's not exactly something you can control.
Oh no, you're up to the whims of fate when you're just running through Wi-Fi there. And I mean, when it does come down eventually to that, I mean, I think they're just having fun with it nonetheless, which is why they're still going, not asking for a pause, which is fine. But at some point, you got to get yourself some wide internet then, there, friend, if you're gonna be running around doing competitive matches like this.
Yeah, and now there we go. They are gonna ask for a timeout, and I don't know if it's gonna happen though because the round it was so close to starting that already Miku taking out Nebraska, and that might signal just the round waiting a minute 30. Shadow it has returned, so we are gonna be
Hey.
back at full strength, but not for this round. No, 5v4 already, now a 3v5.
Yeah, so it does look like the members of Crimson are going to be able to possibly turn this one around. Never mind, I lied.
Oh
Shadow has disconnected
my.
once again. Bouncing back and forth, not having a very fun time here. Zeeloss winning on the corner, trying to get the eyes on. We've seen this scenario before, except this time Jade is popping up instead. And Nebraska's going to get quickly taken out there instead by Jimin.
And
Josh, you're reminding us of the rules here.
you bringing out
play
the
that.
rule book.
Revealing area.
So just waiting it out here, and I mentioned earlier, it's just kind of waiting, knowing the result, and nothing you can do. These 30 seconds, we all know how it's gonna play
30
out
seconds
because
left.
Zeeloss, they've been playing this well. They were getting beat 3 rounds in a row, and then
One
we saw
enemy
Shadow
remaining.
disconnect, but
Spike
with Zeeloss
down,
taking
B.
out Primordial Soup like that, Spike getting dropped, 15 seconds, and Shadow was still disconnected, so it's just going to be the AFK player in spawn,
10 seconds
and
left.
they just wait out these 10 seconds, knowing that for now they have an extreme advantage.
Flawless.
Yeah, they're just
The
I
revealing
mean,
area.
match is just taking their sweet time here, and I mean, Zeeloss is feeling overly confident. I mean, I would feel confident too. Joshy, once again, dropping in chat like you got to play it out, and so it does look like members are just gonna keep on running through. No surrenders, no nothing. We've seen surrenders here before. I don't know if we've seen it through Valorant. I have seen it in League, even though it's not in the rules to be going through.
I don't know if that would happen. I've never seen anything like that. But I mean, theoretically, like if this was a normal match of Valorant, it would make sense to do something like that. But you know, we are in a competitive setting, GGLeagues, all that. So it seems that, you know, we want to play it out. It makes sense that the teams do want to play it out because
You should
it is
run.
experience. Going forward, it makes sense why you just want to get overall better as a team.
Yeah, all the members running down B long here. All members are on point. A lot of damage being taken down. There goes Nebraska taken out by GD. Primordial Soup trying to get some headshots. Able to get one, not able to find another.
Last
Jade has
player
planted
standing.
down as well. Down to one last member who is not here. Josh is able to defuse that real quick. And it does look like they'll take them to a 3-round lead there.
It's a little bit feeling the frustrations. You can kind of feel it. And Shadow walking for the first time in what seems like forever, only to immediately get put down by Miku. A little bit of a statement there, but yeah, Shadow has returned. We will see if it's for the entire match, but for now, full strength. UNL are back on full strength.
Yeah, and I mean, it's good to have them back, but that's a 3-round deficit. I mean, you guys were working out so well before, and Shadow was able to get a few of the early kills there earlier on. But I mean, it's pretty difficult now.
Pulling them in.
Formator keeps setting up lines. Dropping all immediately as members are currently just rushing in onto B there, now at full strength. And it looks like it's working out pretty well as well. They're getting a few headshots. Miku's going to take Jimmy out for the count. See, Nebraska and Shadow are able to get some kills as well. And it does look like having that extra member has given them the confidence to move forward. Spike's already planted, and 2 members left over on Zeeloss College Prep.
Just the impact that Shadow had, it feels so dominant. You can see Shadow immediately dropping 3 kills in that round and changing the fate, perhaps, because now 6-4, and it seemed like what could be an inevitable victory coming through from Zeeloss. No, UNL has came back, and Shadow, I don't know whether that was just that round, but already that round they had more kills than those entire first 4 rounds they gotten in. So they're back with a vengeance, it seems like, wanting to make sure that they let the other team know, let Zeeloss know they are here to stay and here to play.
Yes, and without Shadow, it does seem like the UNL was at a bit of a loss there. Aiming down Belong is Jimin with an op, looking for the shot. Is able to get it off on Shadow. 1 member already out for the match as they're currently waiting around here as the rest of the members are taking their sweet time trying to reroute down the middle throughout Cave and the Link here.
Now, I'm just kind of waiting for teammates. That's what UNL is seeming to do. Slow walking up to Hookah, while Yor, is going to kind of take the longer path, might be in the sights of Reyna if they're not careful enough. They're possibly going to be able to sneak by as Zeeloss finds one of their own, finds the second. Nobody was aware of the Sova, and there it is. You are going to be able to see Primordial Soup, the only one left in Hookah. They're going to be able to take out Zeeloss, but ooh, God has gone down a 3v1. Primordial Soup still going to be alive. Jamin's not going to be able to find the shots. And a lot longer than they should have there, but Miku eventually winning the round for Zeeloss.
Last round before the
yeah,
switch.
that early pick of Shadow was quite detrimental there to the side of UNL. I mean, we've seen those past few rounds how they were functioning without Shadow before, so another member falling means a lot more trouble for the side of UNL. So as it says wonderfully up top, last round before swap. All the stops are coming out here, and everyone's getting ready for some chaos. It does look like members of UNL are looking to take over B site here, as they're currently hiding out there, or taking A site, sorry, hiding out in short and lobby.
Spike down A.
Ooh, 2 op snipes coming out there. Members down on both sides.
I think J-Man's shot too might have been through the smoke, might have been just I'm gonna shoot my shot and see if it gets anything, and it definitely did, taking out KO. So now that you have the Viper ult as well on site, Nebraska's gonna try to get, they're gonna be able to get J-Man, but immediately refag. So a 3v3, but the problem is there's a Viper ult on site, and that is an extremely terrifying green wall to try to enter. We are going to see UNL try to adapt towards B, so you're going to have 3 members go that way, and only 1 player on the side of Zeeloss is going to have to rotate, because you don't want to leave the Viper area just in case they come back. And here we go. This attack is going to start, and that Killjoy turret might be able to find out Zeeloss if it is played well.
Yeah, ulti going down right the back side here. Members are looking for some shots. Blinds coming out on Suggest Jade's going to get taken out quickly by God. Shadow's going to return the favor onto Zeeloss. 2v2. Members are signing up here. Primarily able to get another one. And attackers are going to take that one with Soup getting a 3K during that match. And
Switching sides.
I might have been a 4K almost.
And definitely in the operator as well. In those clutch situations, it's not exactly the gun that you want the most, because yes, it is gonna one-shot you, but if you miss, the opponent knows exactly where you are, and if you're exposed, you are dead. But luckily, you were in that 2v1 situation, so you kind of had the backboard of your teammates just in case you were able to whip that op shot. But Shadow ever since they've come back, they have not missed those op shots. They have been a consistent player for UNL, and we might see some more rounds coming out from them.
Yeah, we'll see how UNL's defense stacks up. I mean, their attack was pretty solid overall there, bringing back an extra round, so they're back to only a 2 deficit now. Quick old headshot there from Joshy, taking out Shadow, and the rest of the members of UNL are going to be taking out there with Miku, getting a nice old headshot there on top of Jimmy.
Here's the thing, the chamber in these pistol rounds is one of the strongest operators you can have because it is a free sheriff. If you choose to, you can buy armor to heal yourself, and if you hit your headshots, you're going to win this every single time. And it seems that once again, the pistol round is going to go on over to Zeeloss, and it's going to give them another couple of rounds to kind of have to their name. And because they have that 2-round lead, they're going to inch closer and closer to map victory, and that's a very, very scary thought.
One enemy remaining.
Oof. The flank from Jade is going to get taken out by Joshy real quick, as Primordial Soup is trying to look for something while hiding at top. Gonna be able to find one. It's gonna get quickly taken out by GOD. Attackers are gonna take that one, bringing back up that round deficit from earlier. As Zeeloss is just feeling pretty solid right now.
And they should be able to kind of roll this one into the next, because you can see just
Going to
buying
Astral.
armor, Joshy buying a Vandal as well, using the
How did
credits
we
that they were
forget
able to
this
get
fight?
from having that 3K in the last round. But nope, they might just save it overall and use that to kind of benefit themselves when you eventually go into that 3rd round. Still having anything other than a pistol and having armor is a really, really big thing when you're going into these later rounds.
Yeah, I do find it very interesting though. No gun spot on the side of UNL. Currently just sitting around with the pistols right now. G-Man seeing there's a lot of hiding around there. Knows that Jade might be around the corner, certainly running around there. Ooh, trying to go for a headshot there. Not going to find it, so it's going to take a few bullets there. But a member from Zeeloss is going to fall down there. GOD is able to get a quick hold pick off of Jimmy. Member's currently running around the corner. Blind's coming up. Jade has no idea that there's anyone there. And Josh is going to quickly find a return there of Nebraska. Trying to do for a quick old flank. Member's falling flat. G-Man able to get off a headshot there on Jade, but it's going to quickly taken out by Soup.
Blocking vision.
Bulldog shots from GOD trying to block off some vision as well, as members sit down for a 2v2 here.
Oh, and it's a 2v2 against Shadow as well. And they might
Pulling
only
them
have a
in.
classic, but they are going to be able to do
enemy
work with that.
remaining.
Primordial Soup is going to be able to lose that duel. It's going to leave Shadow in a 1v2. They only have 50 HP, and going up against a Spectre, you're going to win those maybe about 10% of the time, and we are in that 90%. So 9-5, it is going to be Zeeloss. The question is, are they going to be able to use those 2 rounds that they just got and propel themselves towards victory, or are we going to be able to see UNL just kind of able to use those demanding round victories that they had earlier, minus those 3-4 AFK rounds? They might be in the lead here, but unfortunately, they're going to have to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the rough one as well, as members are currently running around the middle area as well. Nebraska able to pick off 2 members there of Zeeloss. So it's pretty solid right now, and it does look like, you know, buying guns other than pistols are going to help you out, actually. As we currently have Nebraska hiding out inside of one of the Astras blind there. Take some
One
shots right
enemy
now.
remaining.
Looking for something, able to get a headshot off on Jamin. Shadow picking off another one here, and it might be a flawless round here, as Josh is currently hiding out. Gonna take a bit of damage there from Nebraska. He's gonna take a shock. Nice little gun there. Get a headshot off. Flawless round over to the side of UNL.
Looking at these kills, 15-9 and 15-10, you would not think that the score would be 9-6. Looking at the kill counts on the side of UNL, but I mean, those AFK rounds where Shadow was just, you know, not able to play, it's really gonna hurt you. It is gonna hurt you in the long run. It's probably gonna make this map a lot closer than you really would have wanted, because eventually these rounds are going to come nail to nail, and you might see Zeeloss, take a couple more, get to map point, and just the way that UNL have been playing, it is not the result that they would have wanted.
Yeah, but it does look like they're trying a new
Deploying
strategy, going ahead
drone.
and stacking up over onto B point there. Zeeloss trying to get some extra vision for his team, hoping that nobody's waiting around the corner. Is not going to find anyone. Instead, it's just going to back off there. Okay, now they believe that they have hookah left and ready. But the blind's coming out as well. They're not going to see it coming. Nebraska's going to take out a member there. Do have Yodo down as well and passed earlier. It's a very slow waiting game here as members of Zeeloss are just kind of waiting around corners, trying to bait into the other members here to pop around the corner, as Jim is actually able to pick off Nebraska there.
One enemy
Yeah,
remaining.
and now you weren't gonna have Shadow. Saw the engagement that might happen over in that mini map, and if Shadow was able to kill Joshi, that would have dropped the spike, and that might have been evening the man count. But unfortunately, you're just gonna leave lonely little Killjoy up against the almost the entire squad of Zeeloss 1v4. Not the operator really built for these aggressive engagements, so it's just going to be Jade trying to sneak up here, possibly go all the way up to heaven. But yeah, once again, it's just waiting for the inevitable.
Yeah. Timer is a ticking here for Jade to go through. Able to pick off one member there. It's not able to find the other one as Miku's able to get a quick old pick off on Jade. Be at 10-6, 4-round deficit over onto UNL's head, so they're going to be feeling pretty rough right now.
I would feel pretty rough because now, if you aren't able to get this round as UNL, it is going to put you in a very, very bad economic state. Already, they're really having to conserve, you can see with the rifles, everything else, but it still feels like you have the ability to win because these rounds have a little bit just been back and forth
You want to
overall.
play? Let's play.
And I do like to see that already. Nebraska using this trick that we have seen at least 3 times, and almost every single time it has worked. And now with Shadow taking out Miku, that I believe that's the operator player as well. It's going to shut down a huge player on the side of Zeeloss.
Yeah, Zeeloss feeling pretty rough. Currently stacking around A point right now. They've made these plays before, and they don't tend to go in their favor every time they try taking over A as well. And it does seem a few members are looking around for that flank. We do have from Nebraska coming up there as well. Blind's coming out, not going to find anyone. They currently have no eyes whatsoever, no intel.
Welcome to my
Seeing Nebraska able to get the turnaround there. We do have Jimin dropping the ulti, able to get a quick headshot off on Shadow. Soup waiting around the corner. Does see it coming, is able to pick off Jimin as well. It's currently just down to 2 members over on the side of Zeeloss College Pro.
Turret down.
Ooh, and Zeeloss is going to that B side as well. Jade having so many defenses, but as Joshua takes out Jimmy, that's kind of even it up just a little bit, but not enough for Zeeloss is taking. That's one, and with Nebraska being so
One
low,
enemy remaining.
you could almost have a 2v1 here, and there we go. Jade off the board. 25 health of Joshi versus the mediocre and meager health of that Yoru, all the way back 14 health. They have to play this very, very carefully, especially with the Viper. One Venom Pool might do them in, but it is going to be enough that it is going to be gone. So how are they going to be able to play this? The spike is going to start to tick faster and faster. And this is a round that UNL really needs. It puts it at 11-6 scoreline, but ooh, there we go. We are going to see Joshi having 3 kills that round. Going to make it 11-6, 2 more to go to make it Zeeloss map.
Yeah, and I mean, that was pretty rough. We saw some solid kills earlier on there, but just the members of UNL were not able to turn that one back around in their favor. They were getting routed and outgunned during any side of gunfight happening there. Members are going to be rushing over towards A once again. Looking down a short there, and it does look like they're just kind of hiding out in the link there as well. Just kind of waiting around to go for a backup there. Jet ulti's going to get popped as they're currently ready and waiting. Pretty far out, though, not finding many. 2 shots taken by Jimin there.
That creature is
I think
dead.
Oh,
was that a hip?
that was a hip fire headshot coming out from Primordial Soup, feeling pretty nasty.
Oh,
Looking around the corner, trying to spot Miku out here. Is not gonna see anything. It's
Spike
currently
planted.
just Primordial Soup waiting around the corner.
yeah, with the
Other
spike
mem-
going down, that's I think Cosmic that. It's gonna be very, very hard to win this one if Shadow isn't gonna be able to get anything with the knives. All 5 just painting the outline
Enemy
of
kill.
Miku, but it's not gonna win it out there. 1
Ooh.
health, and they're actually able to find the kill onto Miku. It is still gonna be a
Last
3v2
player
with Jade
standing.
winning that one out. And here we go. Shadow has the gun. Do they have the skills they need? They're gonna paint the box, but it's not gonna happen. And now Zeeloss 1 win away
Match point.
from a winning bind.
Yeah, sitting on match point. I mean, it was a pretty good try there coming out from the side of UNL. They had a lot of pretty good shots. I mean, that hip
Should I
fire
play some
shot
stars in
coming
this
out
reality?
earlier as well was pretty impressive to say the least. Members are stacking up on A, expecting that to happen, and Zeeloss knows exactly what's going on. They're going to start stacking up straight for B. It looks like they might try to rush the point, but they do have Jimmy taking their time looking around that point. Gotta get a headshot with the op as well. Not headshot, just gonna pick up GOD. Bombs are gonna be waiting, and we're slowly gonna take their time as Zeeloss College Prep is currently just added member deficit. Not feeling too confident. Flank's gonna come out from Nebraska, able to get off another member here as Jade is kind of waiting around the corner, hoping to pick off somebody there from Hookah. It's not gonna find them much though, as the members of Zeeloss College Prep currently have to, you know, ponder and think, what are we going to do next here?
It is a definite question. They could theoretically save here. They could, wait back and use the funds to go into the next round, or they could continue on. Right now, they are staying back. They have 50 seconds left, and now they're kind of drifting towards A. There's 3 members of UNL on that site, including Shadow and Nebraska, who have had a killer couple rounds. Primordials, who all 3 members you really don't want to go up against. We are going to see Shadow eventually take out Miku, and that is
30
really going to
seconds
put the
left.
nail in this round, because now 2v5 still going up against those 3 members that are very, very scary.
Scanning ahead.
I think this might be a time to really hang back, save your guns, save your money overall, and just go into the next round with a better and brighter mindset.
10 seconds
Yeah, I
left.
mean, some early
Down.
picks early on. Ooh, is gonna find one though. Is gonna find out Shadow, taking away that extra cash. They're gonna try to clutch it out. Joshy trying to plant right now. Chambers gonna get taken out by a headshot there, and defenders are gonna win it out via time.
I honestly would have been a little scared if that plant would have actually gone down, because there should have been no way that Joshy
1
wouldn't even
second,
get
peeps. I gotta
close
visit the
to
Astral
winning
to
that
play some
round.
stars.
Nebraska should have had that from the beginning, and they weren't able to find the shots. And I think that is a really crucial thing, because now Nebraska was doing very, very well, and now mentally with their mechanicals, it feels like it's just gone all the way back down. But now they're going to go on forward, try to find an early pick and back off immediately. And it is still going to be UNL trying to come back here, have to win 5 rounds in a row, and Jimmy's going to have to back off.
Yeah, Jimmy trying to go for some extra flashes there. Gonna blind himself for just a second. Trying to hold off that point from 2 members here as well. It's gonna get little ticks of damage, but is not gonna find any kills just yet. Slowly but surely, though, the members of Zeeloss College Prep are currently passing around the corner here. Miku, go ahead and take that link. 2 members stacked up on Hookah here. Nobody's watching that ridge. In fact, most members are kind of wrapping around as well. They're not gonna find anything. Boombot's gonna find something, but Miku's also gonna find a kill over on Jade. Taking that member out as well. We do have members popping through the teleporter right now. Oof, Nebraska not gonna find it, and neither is Jimmy's gonna get taken out by
30
Joshy.
seconds left.
It does look like this is just going to go straight into the hands of Zeeloss College Prep, as they have 4 members stacked up onto this point. Shadows looking down range with an op, trying to possibly find a stray member
Well
here.
divided.
Meanwhile, Primordial Suit dropping off alties as well as sights. Blind out there to try to get in there. Soup looking around the corner, not seeing one of the members. Is going to walk right into chamber here. Quite possible.
Last player standing.
Oh, is going to find Miku out in the end, but Shadow's going to get taken out quickly by Zeeloss. Headshot for Primordial Suit. Two
One
members
enemy
left.
remaining.
Left. Can they clutch it out? It's going to find one, but it's going to be
Attackers win.
taken out by Joshi there. First round's going to go over to Zeeloss College Prep.
And it really came down to the wire where Primordial Soup having 20 kills as well, really boosting their team almost to victory that round. But even then, if they had won that round, we still would have had 4 more to go. But overall, Joshi having a very, very strong game, 21-8. So now UNL, how are you going to come back on this next map? That is the question. You put Bind behind you and you go on to the next one. Whatever it is, it's going to be Icebox. Transferring Bind into Icebox is going to be the real question, because there are things that can go in between them, but overall, Icebox with the verticality, it's got way more verticality than Bind, who just has Hookah and Heaven. With Icebox, you really saw a lot of times it was Zeeloss who was kind of getting these vertical picks, and it might be that way in Icebox.
Yeah, but with that, we're going to take a short little break here as we start prepping up for our next match. Will UNL be able to take this one back over on Icebox to bring it to the next round? We'll see you in just a moment here.
Select your agent.
Cutting through.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Poison orb emitting.
One enemy remaining.
Sage, protect the others.
Spike down B. player standing.
Wall raised.
They have chosen correctly, but they still need to get something on first. It's going to be Miku going down, and already UNL are getting this early advantage. The question is Nebraska going to find any advantage?
Yeah, Jimmy had the trouble of getting taken off early there last game. Just falling on first, as Soup's going to pick up Zeeloss here. But he's definitely starting to show his true colors right now, getting a lot of nasty headshots here and there. Members are slowly but surely taking it slow. Nebraska waiting around for that cheeky corner pick as well. Trying to take out some of the members here as the rest of Zeeloss prep is going to pop around. Primordial Soup getting another nasty headshot there on Jamin. As members are just stacking up over on B, they're ready waiting as Judy is going to try to slowly but surely pick this one out here.
Yeah, only having the Sheriff isn't
One
going to net
enemy
you
remaining.
a lot against this. Now that Primordial Soup,
God.
3 in the bag, and they seem to have really won this round. They seem to be just the
30
primary
seconds
fragger
left.
on the side of UNL consistently round after round, and they might find one as well. No, it is going to be GOD winning that engagement. So not all lost. You are going to stop that flawless round. You are going to stop the reign of terror that has come from Primordial Soup, but you're not going to get much more than that. We now are
10
once
seconds left.
again at 2v2. We did see in the last map, we did see UNL take the first lead, that only lead that they had entirely next round. But yeah, there we go. GOD getting taken out. Not going to be able to survive at all.
Yeah, and I mean, it does look like UNL are slowly picking up their ground here. I mean, they seemed a bit confused, a bit hectic earlier on, but now they seem to have a lockdown on what Zeeloss prep is looking for right now. As members are stacking up towards B, they might just decide to try to run in again, drop all their defenses, and try to rout the enemy here. That we do have other members waiting around the corner. Primordial Soup once again picking up 3 kills that last round. It's really starting to pick it up here. Especially in the case is Jamin is just going to dive head first into the match. Is going to get taken out by Nebraska.
Kill my ally.
Oh, and that is going to be completely negated, because now Jamin is going to be back and fighting, and Joshy isn't going to have much slack off their back. And now that ultimate might shut down things a little bit more. Nebraska isn't playing as safe as they should. They're going to be able to get taken down. That Sage Wall is going to go up. There's so many particle effects
Spike
on the
down,
site.
B.
You can see ultimates flying every single which way. It's going to be a 4v4. That's Sovold. He's going to be able to deny the plant just for a little bit longer, but eventually J-Man's going to get it down, and now we're at a 3v2
One
with
enemy
the
remaining.
advantage going on over to each of these teams. Now it is on over to
Revealing area.
UNL, and Primordial Soup is just the one player to look at over and over again. That cannot be stopped. And they're going to have to be stopped here, because somebody's going to have to stop this diffuser, and it's not going to be Jamin.
Yeah, no, Soup really popping off right now. Defenders are going to take that round once again. And I mean, overall, it's just landing these nasty shots, and Icebox really seems to be where they thrive best.
Not intended for commercial use.
It isn't
they're
intended
having
for
fun.
commercial use.
I guess not. I mean, it looks like it's being used for at least pro use.
Yeah, for competitive use, I guess. That seems, I guess that would be sanctioned under the rules. But I have never I've never seen that. I didn't know it gave you little voice messages.
When you level it up enough, which means Soup has spent some good time. And
After you spend $100 on the skin. Maybe if you
Yeah,
spend
yeah.
$100 on skins, you get stuff like what Primordial Soup just did.
Nasty headshot off there on top of Jimin, which is gonna lead this headfirst dive, a bit rougher as well. Trying to look for another one's not gonna find it at all. Gonna deal some damage there.
Enemy.
Yoru heading out.
One enemy
Does
remaining.
look like our members here are gonna be taking out more kills coming out there. Another headshot for Soup as we're just down to one more member here. UNL has this on lockdown. Josh is gonna find one kill in trade. Is gonna try to look for some others, but is gonna get taken out by Jade. Defenders are gonna go up 2 rounds here. I mean, it's looking good for UNL. They have their mojo back.
They definitely do, but I mean, this time, this specific round, last time, I believe. No, it was the one before that we saw that this side started to shift, but now they've kind of gotten past that hurdle. They've put Zeeloss in a corner. You can see with low shields, almost no guns really that they can use to compare against the operator that Jimmy is bringing out, that just the Vandal full shields that all of UNL have.
Spike drop.
It's a very tall task to go against this and
Scanning
win,
ahead.
considering just
I have the spike.
whatever Primordial Soup is on in this map. It is doing wonders.
Spike.
Sniper shots coming out from A, which means the members are going to be looking towards going to
Unit
B here.
actuation validated.
Soup waiting around in the back corner right now. Members take some damage. Shadow's going to get a headshot off on GOD. But it does look like the members of Zeeloss are just going to play defensive on this one. They're all still chilling out in spawn right now. We do have Jimin trying to go up into B side, looking around the corner, but I mean, you gotta be careful. You have Primordial Soup looking down there with the
Unenforced
Vandal.
calibrated for combat
And it looks like they're just gonna keep waiting on this one.
A very, very scary player, but he kind of looks away for a second. He's not going to get as much use as he could. Going to have to back off, and now he's regained control of his position. And there we go, just Miku getting taken out. Just these headshots are insane on the side of
30
Soup. He seems
seconds
to
left.
just
Deploying
1-2 tapping, and Nebraska has their back as well. Josh's position given away. Are they going to survive? They're going to be able to take out Primordial Soup in the process, but it is still 2 more members just to even the round up. Josh is going to have to do a lot with not
Last
a huge
player
firepower at their side. And there we go.
Spike
The
down
operator
B.
against the Marshal. Very, very scary. Zeeloss going to be able to get something, but in the end, it's just the meaningless kills.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jade is just popping everything over on A site, just chilling out in their own toxic fumes right now. And I mean, you know, overall, you definitely held down that point from earlier, and you shoved them all the way to B just to get quickly chewed out there by the other members. Primordial Soup, 14-4, absolutely stacked on their team right now, with Jimmy falling up closely behind, really showing their strengths during this match, as well as it does look like members are prepping up over on B's site. We do have some looking down the middle, though.
Something needs to change here if you're Zeeloss. It seems that you keep running these rounds. Someone gets taken out very early, whether it's an operator shot, whether it's Primordial Soup, just one tapping you to the grave. Something makes you start off the round at a disadvantage. And it seems that right now they are changing it just a little bit. They're being very conservative. They're playing ESD defense, like you mentioned earlier, that they're just kind of staying back and waiting for the opportunity. And the opportunity might be now. Nobody is at that B site, but are they going to pull the trigger is the question.
Yeah, Viper Wall is going to fall down, as we do have 2 members looking down that site right now. Spike is going to go for plant.
Spike planted.
Quick gold kill for Jade there. Over on Miku is going to pick up a headshot, as well as Shadow is going to take out GOD. But a quick trade-off from Zeeloss over onto Jade as well. That Spike is still prepped and waiting, as the members do have that Sage Wall set up and ready. Location of Jamin is going to be found out, as members are kind of waiting around in the corner. Nebraska is going to try to go for the flank, going to get a little bit of damage off as well. Ooh, and Shadow's able to kill Jamin as well. 1 member left. Zeeloss trying his best to stay alive. Is not going to find it. Soup's going to find that 1-tap headshot again. And that's going to be another round going over to the side of UNL. They're just unstoppable right now.
Yeah, completely. I think that was the good play in getting into B planting. The fact was you just weren't able to shut down Jade. That was the sole factor probably in why you were not able to win that round. Jade, to be honest, should not have gotten those kills. It seemed a little bit like Freelo at that point, because now UNL is sitting with Primordial Soup at top, 15 kills in 8 rounds. That is almost 2 kills per round, only 4 deaths to their name, and they just do not seem really like they're going to stop anytime soon. Nobody's going to stop them, and they're just going to continue to roll down snowball. But with J-Man getting that first kill, that could be something, even though they were refract.
Yeah. Retake as well. They're trying to shove down mid right now, forcing members off of A. They're going to start rerouting for B as well, but there's a lot of trouble there. Shadow's going to pick up Zeeloss as well. Op shot from Jimmy's going to take out Miku, down to just 2 members here. It's not looking good for the side of Zeeloss Prep, as they're currently hiding out behind the crates. Waiting in the corner, Joshua looking for someone, is going to find the face of Shadow and take out their doppelgangers. Sage there, but meanwhile, Jade's waiting up in the rafters, and all the members are slowly wrapping around. We do have Primordial Soup taking his time in the background as well. Joshy's gonna get taken out by a quick old headshot from Jade there. 3 members down. Joshy's planting. Ulti's getting dropped down by Primordial Soup, doing a good chunk of damage there. Gotta force the members off from planting with only 30 seconds left. Joshy is going to revive Zeeloss and take out Nebraska all in a single swoop. Location will be found. The 2v3. Ooh, Jimmy's able to get the op shot down to 2v2. Another shot taken off there, taking off God. And it's just gonna be the Sage left alive.
And going up against these 2 members, one of them being Primordial Soup and the other just being Jimmy, who's really done something. The classic, oh my gosh, the bait tactic seemed to work out, as Joshy now has to get a clutch ace. They have 6 seconds more to the heal. Are they going to peek Primordial Soup, or is Primordial Soup going to be the aggressor here? It's not going to come out, and Joshy's not going to be able to get the ace. And it is going to go off.
I don't think they're going to get this one. They're close. They're waiting on it.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it.
Oh, just barely taking that one over for Fender's one. Up 5 rounds. It is not looking good for the side of Zeeloss. Though Joshy definitely had it on point. Was definitely stacking up pretty solid there. Had a 4K in the bank. Had the spike down and was just waiting around the corner. But Primordial Soup with those headshots, absolutely nasty to take that one home. And I mean, it's close. It looks like members are going to be wrapping around towards A, and it does look like UNL is ready for it.
Yeah, now 7-2. You're hoping, if you are Zeeloss, that things are going to change once the sides swap. But that is still 3 more rounds to go. And then that puts you at a 10-2 score line if you aren't able to get anything here. So already not starting out positive. You are going to be able to get a decent, good headshot onto the Killjoy. It's unfortunately not going to be able to find the kill, but still, you are setting yourself up for success, as Miku's going to try to flash. Not going to be able to peek it, as Nebraska's just waiting right around the corner for Miku, and they are going to be able to take out that Reyna lurking in the corner. This does not look good for UNL, or for Zeeloss, as Primordial Soup just finds another, gets taken out by Joshy, and Joshy. Primordial Soup is taking victim after victim here at this point, it feels like.
Yeah, that Killjoy ulti is going to shut down abilities right now, but it's going to force the members back. Meanwhile, Soup down to 1 health on the Decay is going to go stacking back up. Drone's going to fall flat as well, as the members are just kind of waiting around the corner there. Shots going off. Jade's going around from the back corner there. Is going to get found out, but is able to take on another there. Shadow is going to fall quickly as well. And it's down to a 2v1. God is left alone. He's able to pick off Soup there and is not going to find it. Jimmy's going to get that shot off. And they're going to take it down to another round over to the side of UNL.
Closer and closer these rounds seem to be going, but it is still in the favor of UNL, who are up 6 rounds, 18 kills still on the side of Primordial Soup. They are looking to at least get 20, maybe 25 if they just continue on the track record. And nobody on the side of Zeeloss has hit double digits yet. It's just Joshy, who does not have any real gun in their hands besides that Marshall, and yeah, Jimmy has that operator, and Jimmy has been not missing currently.
Yeah, well, we're singing the praises of Soup a lot, but I mean, just Miku's gonna take out Nebraska there, but singing on the hopes of like Jimmy here. He's just been absolutely deadly on that op, getting shot after shot here. Jade dropping down a lot of toxic fumes, trying to haul off members here. They're all gonna start rushing around towards A. They've confirmed that they don't really have anyone left on there, and so all 5 members are just gonna rush it. And I mean, there's nothing that UNL can do to stop them right now.
And UNL completely on the other site, but I don't think that's going to matter that much. We have seen that they've been able to retake these post-plant situations very, very easily. They've won them almost 100% of the time. And with Jimmy going up top here, that's just another section that is shut off. But oh, this Viper ult could really mean business on the side of Zeeloss. You can see only God in that kind of vape cloud. And with Miku taking out Jimmy, that's going to drop the operator. And it's going to make it a 5v3. Shadow is going to be able to find the kill on Miku, but immediately refrag. It's going to be Primordial Soup and Jade, but I mentioned one person, that's going to be Primordial Soup, is still alive, and that is possibly the last person you want. They are extremely terrifying if Jade finds this kill around the corner, which they are. 1 health, it doesn't even matter. And now, Primordial Soup
player standing.
seems that they're not going to have the time to get this spike down. It is going to be Zeeloss finally claiming a round to their own. But is it too late, Cosmic?
I don't think it's too late at all. I mean, we're going to be diving over to last round before swap here. All members are going to start stacking up. But I mean, with 8-3 just before the swap has happened, it doesn't look good over on the side of Zeeloss prep for their defensive phase. I mean, maybe it's just the flukes. Maybe they just have an ungodly defensive phase to take back 5 continuous rounds. But I mean, just a solid head first dive from earlier is definitely going to work around. Shadow still blocking off this 1-2 peer, stopping anyone from taking over that track. And members are kind of wrapping around near A. We do have Soup waiting around on B, seeing if all 5 members are just going to pull the turnaround here.
And there it is again. Miku getting taken off the board. Nebraska not going to be able to find the shots. We're just having a little bit of an engagement here. Who is going to be the victor? It could possibly decide how this round is going. And there it's see Nebraska's going to take a lot of damage. But eventually, it is going to be God who wins it. Doesn't even matter in the end because Primordial Soup found one of their own. It is a 2v2. Primordial Soup now has 3. They could go for 4 if they want, and they do.
Oh. Soup taking up his last
What more can we say about them, Cosmic?
It's hard to do. There was a nice little trade over there from earlier as Jimmy snuck up and took out members there. But I mean, just Soup is ungodly on this map. It's scary how good they are right now. And I mean, it's not that we're not singing the other praises here of UNL. They have all of their work cut out for them. They're working so well together as a squad, staying very coordinated and whatnot. But I mean, Super's just getting headshot after headshot, picking off members here. So all 5 members got to start stacking up A. Looks like they're thinking about just running it through here.
Yeah, all they need here is 4 rounds. And I mentioned that you hope momentum changes when the side swap. Well, pistol round has gone to Zeeloss every single time. The 3 pistol rounds that we have had, Zeeloss has gotten every single one of them, and pretty handily, too. So if this is a time to possibly change how things are going to go, the time is now.
Yeah, looking down sights there, we have Jimmy wending up on top of the flank there with the Sheriff. Smokes are going up. Trying for some shots, not going to find it instead. Members are going to start diving into the point. Shadow's already planting there as well. Ooh, shot from God. Miku's going to trade that one out as well, down to a 4v4. So waiting on the corners. Jade is currently on the run, trying to turn around. Nebraska is going to take a life and get taken out as well. Down for a 3v3. These returns are not working in the favor of Zeeloss here, though they could be trying to turn it around. Trying to pop up there as well. It's going to take quite a few shots to the head. Joshy's already defusing on this point right now. Primordial Soup's going to get Zeeloss, but it doesn't matter, unfortunately. Ooh! 1 more kill's going to get taken out there. Actually, they're gonna get the full squad. They may have lost the round, but hell, they won the bank as well. And
Yeah,
they're
but
that defensive round was pretty rough. I do think UNL just played it too far back there. They got the point down. They had a lot of control there, but they decided to back out and try to get those long-range shots, which they did get, but, you know, you just let go of your control way too early on that one.
You definitely, and you push back too far. Your own stage will, I think, actually hurt you as well, because it shut off some of your lines of sight and allowed another angle for the enemy to attack you. So getting one round, that is something that Zeeloss was able to accomplish, and if the tales are true, you will be able to get the second one after the pistol round, but I don't really think we can fall back on that just because of how good UNL has been playing recently. Even with the pistols, they might be able to win this one out, but I might be proven wrong, as GOD is going to be able to take out Nebraska, immediately refrag, but Shadow is put down.
Yeah, down to a 3v4 here. Members are kind of waiting around the corner. They have a lot of control over A as members are turning back around. Jade's getting taken out by Miku there. Zeeloss trying to go for something. He's going to get found out by Jimmy from behind the scenes there with a pistol. It's going to be popping around the corner. Miku's trying to go for something. Is going to get a lot of damage down, but doesn't have the reload in time. Oh, it's very scary. Healing coming out on Miku there as Jimmy's just kind of forced off the point. He's going to try going back around, and Primordial Stoop getting the Sheriff headshot there on top of Joshi. It's going to get found out by Jamin, and it does look like they're just going to back off for now. Never mind, Jimmy's looking for something. Down low, 9 health, 1 shot away. It's going to be picking up a gun. It's going to try to land some nasty headshots here. Not going to find it, though.
Well, you were able to get the second round, so that is something. 9-5 looks a lot better than 9-3 when you look at overall.
Yeah.
So getting 3 out of the last 4 rounds, despite how some of them were played out, you take those. We take those, and now you have 3 members on the side of Zeeloss who are now at that double-digit margin. So you've crossed that threshold, and things are starting to seem even. This is a time where we could really see Zeeloss Prep start to come back and start winning these rounds, but the opening is just so important. Getting that first kill is so important, and how the rest of it's going to play out, that they need it every single time.
Yeah, but running a second pistol round there, side of UNL is going to be picking up extra cash as well. Zeeloss getting a triple kill with the shotgun here. Is not going to get taken out. Miku's going to get traded there as well. Jimmy is going to be getting another kill off on Zeeloss. Down to 1 member, is going to get found out. What was that shotgun round coming out there?
You know, that is a 1 in a million type thing, because the Bucky is very, very hit or miss. It was nerfed to the ground a while back, and now you hardly ever see it. But when you get something special like that, you see it in your dreams. And now 9-6, I think it's possible my suspicions have been confirmed, Cosmic, that things have started to change maybe here.
Yeah, I think you're feeling it as well. Members are picking up rifles right now, and especially after that fluke of a last round, it seems like the side of UNO have lost their early lead that they had earlier before. You know, taking a second pistol round means you have extra cash. So your third round, you got full heavy armor, as well as you've got you know, rifles and such as well. But I mean, they lost that due to that just unfortunate Bucky round for them. Meanwhile, members are going to be starting to stack up on I here, playing really defensive, playing far back as well. Shadow slowly taking as well. A lot of damage done to multiple members here, as it does look like slowly but surely the members of UNL are going to sneak their way off of A site and are going to start rotating over to B site. And it seems like Zeeloss has picked up on their actions. They're like, hey, we tried to do that last round. Stop doing this.
Definitely. And the thing about this defensive side being a lot more Zeeloss' style of play is the operators that they brought. The Viper, the Killjoy, especially the Killjoy, able to, you know, find somebody with the turret. Jamin finding a great shot, able to find the arm of Shadow as well. And with Zeeloss finding the kill as well, the momentum that was there is completely gone. Even Primordial Soup, who is able to find one there, only on 45 health, somehow they're able to find that. I was talking about how they weren't able to get what they used to, but then they get that.
Yeah, I mean, Primordial Soup able to get 2 headshots off there as well. Still topped at the board. It's staggering looking at Soup's numbers here. But I mean, overall, yeah, that the wins are currently shifting in the favor of Zeeloss, just taking round after round. That momentum is being carried here as members are starting to stack up on A. It does seem like members are actually going to start looking down mid here, possibly trying to force it out there and trying to run off where they can. As they're slowly going to take it here. But yeah, Zeeloss is definitely starting to carry that momentum from earlier. We kind of saw it last round. We saw that fall off from before. Shotgun turnaround from Zeeloss there. Is just going to, actually from Nebraska, as he's just going to pop in and out with that shorty secondary. He's able to take off one of the major members here of Zeeloss Prep.
I have the spike.
Nasty shot from Joshy though.
We got kind of a 4K view of that from the side, but Shadow finding 2. It's going to put us at a 2v3. We are going to have Zeeloss at the behind there. And now it is only going to be Killjoy on this B site. J-Man, they have found ways to really come back here, but do they know that they have Jade at their back?
Pretty sure they don't. Looking down mid right now, J-Man is kindly stuck alone. It does look like the other members of UNL, they have time. They have the spike still, so they're just going to go on a hunting spree right now. Slowly but surely taking their time. J-Man looking down mid right now. Trying to wrap around. 2 members are waiting around the corner.
30 seconds left.
Jimmy's able to see them out, but they do not see the sniper behind them. Jade is able to get a quick old headshot there as they're going to take to round 10 back up. It looks like the winds are starting to shift slightly, but Zeeloss hopefully haven't lost morale yet.
Yeah, the first in 4 for the side of UNL. It's a streak that they really would not have wanted, but they've kind of afforded themselves a little bit of a buffer. You were at that 9-3 scoreline, so yes, you've cut your lead in half, but you still have a lead. That is the thing to consider. Is you're up 10-7. You have Primordial Soup on your side. Nebraska, they were able to get the entry, and that is the very important thing. Is that these entry kills, they're just so important overall. And with Nebraska being this Yoru, being this very, very sneaky character, that if you can continue getting these 1 kills early, you're going to find success. But with Joshy going down, Shadow is going to be able to heal themselves right back up. It doesn't bode well for the future here.
Yes, taking a very slow 2 members sitting on A. Zeeloss able to get 1 headshot off there on top of Jimmy. 1 major member down. Another few to go. Blind firing right now, trying to see if they can't pick off somebody from popping around the corner there. Primordial Soup taking the high ground, waiting around the corner as well.
Bullseye.
Alta getting dropped on Jimmy and is immediately going to get taken out by Zeeloss there again. Looking high, is not going to see Primordial Soup falling down. It's still sitting at a 4v4 though.
Yeah, and that's the important thing, is you immediately just discount the res. It does not matter. That wasted an ultimate, and now you're still sitting at this 4v4. And Jade,
30 seconds left.
I like what Jade is doing here. They could just destroy the round from Zeeloss's perspective immediately if they are patient. And that's the thing. They need to be patient. But with GOD going down, that is really going to tip the scales. And with Zeeloss all the way on the other side of A, it is going to be possibly all left to Jade here to try to defend. And as that stage wall goes up, oh, the tripwire is going to be huge. And Shadow is going to be put to the ground. There's no time to put down the spike. And what a play by Jamin, the Killjoy, coming in clutch. And that is what you dream of as a Killjoy main right there.
Oh yeah, definitely coming in clutch with that extra little tripwire placement. He's able to take that one back, and I mean, 2-round deficit right now. Could start looking to take it all the way home. But I mean, the members of UNL were able to pick off the last few members there, which means more money spent this round. Not able to save your weapons there as well, so possibly lesser armor as for the side of Zeeloss, as it does look like UNL are looking to try to push A once again, as they did before. 3 members this time instead of 2. And Jimmy already stacking up on top of those rafters looking for that high ground.
Jimmy has found these kills up on these rafters. Usually, though, it was with an operator, and that is just something that can't be afforded in this economy. There hasn't been much success consistently on the side of UNL to get this operator, and I think it's important not to just kind of gamble that, because Zeeloss on this A site has been killer. They've been able to find these ranged frags, and it doesn't seem to change. Now, Shadow's going to have to back off. They have been located, and here comes the ultimate. Oh, Shadow's going to have to play some dangerous games. They get tagged, and they are not going to get taken out. They're going to be able to heal up, but only losing their armor, I see that as a success.
Yeah, I mean, able to successfully dodge a few there, only getting winged there. Joshy picking off the headshot of Jimmy. Nebraska's currently routing around, though. Not going to find it. Might reveal the position. Doesn't look like yet. Soup's going to get taken out there. Joshy's going to revive. Zeeloss. Nebraska's just popping around the corner right now.
30 seconds left.
Finding a lot of extra kills, down to a 3v3. As they're going to start rushing over to B site right now. Currently hiding out there. Nebraska's able to get a headshot out on Miku.
One enemy remaining.
No, it's coming. Jamin again, but sadly, it's not going to happen. It's going to be only up to the Viper to get a 1v3. They do not have their ultimate anymore. They do have that wall in their back pocket. It's not going to be able to be used at all, but currently it is a 1v2. You are going to have Nebraska all the way at the other side trying to possibly find flank kill. You're not going to be successful with that, and instead it is going to be Shadow ending the round.
Yeah, up to 11. 2 more rounds to go for the side of UNL, and the pressure is on for Zeeloss. They had some successful rounds there. They had a bit of momentum for them, but it's just starting to fall flat now. And it does look like UNL might be trying to look to us to take us to our next round here over on Fracture. But they have 2 more rounds to win up here as well. And I mean, that turnaround is waiting and ready for Zeeloss. They're only down 3. We've seen comebacks before, and we can definitely see it happen again.
Now,
taking their time.
Yeah, taking their time is something that is definitely to be considered. Is how patient are these attacks versus these defenses? Zeeloss not patient enough, wanting to peek Jimmy on the rafters, and it's a deadly combination. But you know, J-Man, that patience could be huge here if they wait it out. Could find the kill onto the stage if they're silent and sneaky enough.
Blind's going out there. Jimmy blinding, trying to take an alternative route, trying to sneak some people out there. Numbers are going to fall flat there. Primordius is going to take out one. Jimmy will take out the other. They have completely covered over A. And Miku trying for something there is not going to find it. Switches to the wrong weapon. He's going to get taken out by Jimmy real quick. And it's a flawless round coming out there. Jimmy popping off with a 4K actually on that map.
Match point.
Or, well, match.
Yeah, that 4K in the Reyna, when she gets going, it is very, very hard to stop her. Primordial Soup has hit the 30 bomb, and they do not even have 10 deaths.
Oh, Lord.
10? They have a 3 KD. Over 3 KD. That is insane to have, especially now that we are around 21 and having 30 kills. More than 1 kill a round is just showing how present they are in these rounds. And honestly, if Zeeloss wants to win the next map, if they aren't able to come back here, that should be the #1 goal, is shutting down Primordial Soup.
Yeah, they do have some members waiting around A, and the map's worked for them before. Walla is going to go up for the smoke. Some shots are being fired left and right. A little bit of damage being tagged here and there. Headshots are going to be found by Shadow on top of Joshy there. Just seeing a little melon pop up there, and it's going to get quickly refragged out by Miku from behind.
Feels like that kill onto Joshy has happened so much. It has just been every single round there has been a Sage v Sage play right there, and it just hasn't ended up successful. But as Zeeloss is able to take out Nebraska, who's a little too greedy, and especially Jade as well, the 4v2 we meet here now. B, A site, which way are UNL going to go? It seems that they're rotating all the way on over to the B site, but Jimmy and Primordial Soup, a 2v4 is definitely could be successful here, as they're not really going to be able to be bothered by that Killjoy turret. But here's where the trouble is going to be. That alarm bot is going to give away their position, and the spike is not going to be able to put down. It's just those scatters are so good on the side of Jamin.
Yeah, I mean, they
One
just
enemy
the two
remaining.
top members here just have to wait around the
Spike
corner.
down, B.
Ooh, Jimmy's gonna fall flat. A kill is gonna be taken over. The defenders are going to win that one. Zeeloss able to take out Primordial Soup in the end. And they're still on match point, but there is still hope looking up here for Zeeloss as they are proving themselves as a slow comeback here.
I think it's a slow comeback and it has to be a very arduous one. It's gonna be one that's gonna be fought through the mud, through the rain, everything like that, because you're going up against what seems like a little bit of impossible odds. Because with Joshi, who keeps dying on this little peak here over and over again, you
Revealing
need to make
area.
sure that doesn't happen, and just that entry frag, that entry kill
Deploying
needs to
drone.
happen on the side of Zeeloss Prep.
Nowhere to
We
run.
have Jimmy looking down here. Altis are getting dropped by Suva without any prior knowledge. Isn't going to find anyone yet. Getting around the corner, slowly but surely being pushed over to BZ. Lost, kind of just trying to figure out where the hell he's going next. Waiting on A. Decide to wait there with GOD. Nobody's going to be there though. All members are looking down through mid actually. Multiple members hiding out through mid as we do have our top two members here. Slowly but surely, two trade kills coming out onto Jim, and it's going to get refragged out by Nebraska. 4v4 standing on the board now. Josh is still holding high. Jimmy's able to get a kill off on Zeeloss. More members are propping around the corner there. Alti is not dropped yet. Another refrag for Joshi, but it's going to be a 3v2 in the end with match point looking over. GOD able to find a massive kill. 2v2 on the end there. Looking pretty deadly right now.
30
Members
seconds
rushing
left.
over to A. Nebraska going for a bit of a far plant here. Looking for something there as we do have Jimmy waiting around with Dakota. GOD has the lockdown, knows where
Poison's
members,
off.
has an idea of where members are. Slowly but surely, they're popping on the corner.
Poison orb
I
emitting.
have been up for Jay, looking around, not finding much. Smoke is going to go up though.
Poison's off.
Toxins are looking low.
Last player standing.
Trying to go for something. He's not going to find it. Jade's able to get a quick old headshot off there. Oh, and it's not a good
Attackers
trade for
win.
Miku in the end. We are going to map 3 here.
Oh, and it is a map 3 that UNL really wants, considering just how unfortunate that first map is. They now have the ability to win it, to show their ability and their prowess, and to keep having Primordial Soup put up insane numbers. Wasn't able to get anything on that last round, but 30 and 11, the presence that they had was unheard of. And to go on to the next map, that should be your number 1 priority, like I mentioned, is just to shut down Primordial Soup.
And I mean, it's scary. It's scary how well they worked out there in the end. And I mean, yeah, Soup was one of the big carries. Jimmy was also there with multiple shots as well. Looks like we are looking just to run straight into it without much of a break as well. We are going to fracture on this one, which is going to be a very interesting map to try to go around on here. Namely, around in the fact is, you know, it's hard to defend this map very well. Actually, we may not be going to fracture after all. I'm not quite sure. We're just kind of sitting and waiting right now.
But
I don't know. We're seeing one thing on our own screen, and it's going to be something there. But we are going to take a bit of a short break here after all as we start prepping up here for both teams. We'll be back with match 3 here in just a moment. Will the members of UNL be able to take that momentum from last round and bring it over, or will Zeeloss once again prove their strength, find their way in, and take it for the win of the game? We'll see you guys in just a couple minutes here.
Welcome back to week 2 of GG Leagues. I am Lyros, and joining me is Cosmic. We are on map 3 of Zeeloss Prep versus UNL, and it is a tight scoreline. We just saw in map 1, unfortunately, Shadow was gone, so in the first map for about 3-4 rounds, so that gave a huge advantage over to Zeeloss, was eventually able to take the map with the advantage they got, but that second round was a whole different story, Cosmic.
Yes, it was, and I mean, we just slowly but surely saw the entirety of UNL, take that one back over. You have our picks in chamber for Miku. We do have the Viper up there for Joshi as well, and it does look like God is going for Astra. Again, has a lot of control over that Astra from before. I'm very excited here because not only do we not see Fracture very often, as you told me, we have the hover of Neon by Nebraska's going to switch over to...
Choose your agent.
Oh, gotta switch over to Sage in the end there. I was hoping to see the Neon here. Dang it. I don't know. I think she's a very neat agent. Very just head first going straight for it. I mean, I think Nebraska would be perfect for that one with how many, flanks that they've been pulling out over and over. But I mean, Fracture, well, it's a neat map for the sense that we haven't really seen it here on GG yet. It's a very hard map for defenders, at least in my opinion. There's multiple spots for attackers to be popping in as well, and so it'll be a bit difficult here, I think, for our defending side to kind of hold this one together. I mean, we've seen UNL before on defense, especially from last round, was definitely stacking up well, so who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong here. But I mean, I'm very excited to see what's going to be happening here, especially from last time UNL just proved their worth there over and over with just how well they were stacking this one up. And it does look like we have multiple members on the southern side here for our attacking side. It does look like they might be looking over... They might be looking at... What are we looking at here? I think they might be looking towards B here. They're going to start hovering towards A, waiting slowly but surely, and I think they might just full rush as we have 3 members waiting on the other side there from UNL.
If we get any defensive rounds, I think that is something really to consider, because those are going to be extremely valuable going in later to this round. Already Jimmy finding one. Are they going to be able to find another? They're going to have to reload. Are they going to be able to find a second? Oh, are they able to find a second onto Jamin? A huge blunder on the side of Zeeloss, and now they are looking at a man count loss here, and one that really should not have happened.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4v3 there as well. Jimmy just pulling out the stops there. Sheriff waiting around the corner there for Primordial Soup, looking for heads, looking for melons. God and a chamber are going to be slowly but surely walking their way around to the other site as members are going to start, wrapping back around. We do have members responding, though, as well from the side of UNL. Kind of waiting around corners right now. We might find melons in just a moment. They're just taking their time. I feel like I'm feeling for time. That's because I am. They are just very slowly, and they're down to those last critical 30 seconds.
Poison orb emitting.
As they're going to start making plays here. Oh, nasty little chunk of health there. Pop around the corner. Miko with the pistol looking for something. He's going to find a bit of damage as well. Jody is planting. Joshi uncertain there, as we do have Jade with the shorty waiting around the corner.
One enemy remaining.
Shadow trying to land melons on Chambers, able to finally get it. GOD is able to get a trade as well. 3v2, not going to find it. First round's going to go to UOL.
And that is the defensive side as well. So Fracture immediately starting out as an advantage towards the defense. It doesn't bode well for Zeeloss, because this is a map where you are really supposed to have a huge advantage. Like you said, you really can come from anywhere. And the fact that you were losing these gunfights consistently, didn't really use the map at all, just kind of smoked and walked right into the enemy's line of fire, is showing that this could be a very, very scary map for Zeeloss Prep if we continue to kind of go down this scoreline and kind of feed Shadow more kills.
And it's looking pretty alright as they're waiting around here. We do have Viper waiting here.
Ooh, Shadow starting that out with a kill onto Jamin and possibly another if they wish to go into the line of sights of the wonderful Shadow. Where I see some shots go, just gonna miss. And it's gonna be enough to scare off these attackers for now from this B side, and it's gonna be enough to scare them from the side entirely. Now we are starting to shift towards this A side. The Brimstone and the Sage on the side of A are gonna be the defenders, the sole defenders that are gonna need to really push off this attack. And it might start anytime soon. It is going to be Josh going down. The spike is dropped. Miku as well. And it is still just the defense who are really winning these gunfights time after time again. And it seems that the rounds are going to fall to them time after time again.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Flawless round, Cosmic. It's... If you've ever played Fracture, this is not how it's supposed to go. Starting out this defender-sided is very scary. But now you are going to see in the minimap, they're going to zip from one end to the other. They're going to be able to possibly use that kind of pincer maneuver that they had. And I think that is definitely going to be for the best. You're going to have these two kind of squads go in on one another, be able to kind of crash down on possibly Jade, who... You want to use the range against Jade. That shorty, once you get past the point where you can touch somebody's face, it is basically useless. And the Spectre is not the best thing you're going to want for these long-range engagements. So if Jade can get taken out very, very early here, that can bode well for the rest of the round.
Members are kind of waiting around the corner there. Able to get that shorty off in the end. First kill going over to Jade. Miku is going to be getting an extra shot as well. We did take a good chunk of damage there to boot. He's gonna get taken out by Shadow real quickly with a nice, tasty headshot. Jimmy also getting a kill as well over on Zeeloss. Two members left down for the attacking side as they're starting to get the lock here onto Zeeloss's plans.
And now GOD, Spike not in hand, doesn't really have the confidence in their ability to win it out, especially against Shadow. But when Shadow's not aware, they definitely have that shot any single day. But now their position has been given away, and that's going to be the thing that really might kill the round. You do see the Brimstone just hanging around the corner of Jimmy. They do, or actually the Breach, excuse me. You don't really see much Breach, and now we're getting to the time where it's almost impossible to really get that spike down and win the round, as GOD's just going to slow walk up here, and now they've got about 5 seconds to get on site and plant, and with Primordial Soup giving Overwatch, that is going to be next when possible. And yeah, Primordial Soup slipping up, that spike is going to get down, and the round is not going to last much longer, unfortunately.
Yeah, Soup just waiting there with the Guardian, looking for Melons, is going to find it in the end.
Now
just wasting a bit more time. 3-0 going to the side of UNL. I mean, it's looking good for them again. I'm waiting for a possible slip up. I mean, last round could have been it, down multiple members, but especially with those early kills from before from Jade. But I mean, it's not looking too good for the side of Zeeloss early on here. They're looking for something to pick up momentum with, and they're just not really getting anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you need to get the momentum, and it's something that Zeeloss Prep have not been able to get. Every single one of their kills has been very sparse. They haven't really been in this kind of connected spree that you want, especially with Zeeloss, who are already getting a headshot now. They're going to be pushed back. They're going to be concussed, and there comes another ultimate for Zeeloss. And now with Miku going down, that Breach ultimate is going to be very, very good, as it's going to push off the rest of Zeeloss Prep, and only the Breach in the corner who's going to flash it, peek. Nice try. They are going to win it against J-Min. This is such a dominant performance from the rest of this team.
Enemy punish.
It does look like it's working well for Jimmy Judy. Ooh. Headshot going to GOD over on Nebraska. 4v3 sitting overall here. That Sage wall is finally going to fall right now, and it's currently for Zeeloss. They're just kind of trying to look around, pick up something. Currently split in half here. with Viper waiting on the other side of A. They're slowly but surely pincering their way in. But meanwhile, the side of UNL, they have the sights down the middle there. They are ready and waiting. We have Primordial Soup looking for
30
heads right
seconds
now.
left.
30 seconds left. It's that point where you need to get the spike down. And this seems about as good as a time as ever with Shadow. I was going to say you might have some cover, though the Viper will not up. Josh is going to get taken down. You're not going to have any cover if you're champion. Shadow is just looking right around the corner. And it's just a flurry of kills, just a breath away from death. And eventually Zeeloss is going to get put down 4-0 starting out here. And it looks like this train is nowhere near close to stopping.
Intended for commercial use.
Yeah, and I mean, Jimmy over there with a 3 kills to his name during that one round, able to pull off quite the maneuver there with that tricky little spot before. Probably won't be able to get it again, but it's going to try looking for a winning round over on A again. Meanwhile, nearly the entirety of the team is looking towards B here with only one member left for a pincer. Might be a bit rough numbers-wise once they get over to B station to find a Jet aiming down at them. Oh, and Shadow's going to get an immediate op shot there. It's going to back out quickly, dropping cover behind them as the rest of the members are slowly dropping in. Primordial Soup is going to get some Zeeloss, going to get a headshot over on top of Jade right now.
Enemy tag.
They have some strong control.
Spike planted.
Josh is going to start planting. Turn around coming over here.
Last player
Unfortunately,
standing.
Soup was not ready for Miku. Miku getting a double tap. Zeeloss taking off another one. And it looks like they're starting to find the momentum that they needed before. Spike is already down. Jimmy's able to get at least one kill off before the rest happens. Trying to look for some concussions. Not going to find it. It's going to find the alarm bot instead of Miku, who's sitting around the corner. And first round to Zeeloss is going to be looking pretty solid there.
Yeah, the first round, it is getting you somewhere. And that's the important part, is you're not going to go down 12-0 scoreline. It kind of seems like the bare minimum, but it is something that you can work upon. You know, you win this round, you win the next round, and then you win the one after that. Because with this round win, they've frozen their failing economy. They've stopped the constant losses, the no-kill rounds that have happened, or the lower kill rounds that have happened. And now, with that Viper rolled onto A, it's going to funnel you towards B, and with Shadow up top, that might be somewhere you really don't want to go.
Miku looking for some sort of heads there. He's going to find Shadow up there with an op extra kill going down. Shadow is going to take out Zeeloss in return. Soup also looking for some heads as well.
Down,
Shadow getting another one as well. It's
Enemy
getting quickly
remaining.
taken out by Miku there, not really wanting to deal with that. Primordial Soup finding another head as well. Headshots after headshots. It's down to one member. Miku down on this chamber, who has the sniper rifle up and prepped. Sees Jimmy in time. Is going to take some solid damage there, but it looks like a kill after death over to the side of UNL as Jimmy's able to pick that one up. Choice, good action. Yeah, I mean, they had a solid round last time, and then all of a sudden, melons started appearing in the eyes of UNL, and they were looking pretty hungry overall.
Shut down so quickly, too. That round seemed to be over almost in an instant. And that is something that these defensive rounds is, they have gone a little bit slower, but I think that is because UNL aren't the ones setting the pace. They are not the ones who are attacking, so they're not, aggressively going onto site. Instead, it's going to be Zeeloss, who maybe they're going for a very slow pincer maneuver, you can tell, right on A site, so they're forcing the back up, and then they're taking their time. And that might not be the best for them. It is something that, you're down 5-1. Maybe you go a little bit quicker, and this could be the time where we could possibly see that happen.
Yeah, we're watching Jade kind of waiting around for any sort of reflank. Nebraska getting a 2K there. It get taken out by Joshie over on the other site. Not going to find many people there as we have concussions getting dropped over there. They know where Jimmy is. Actually, they don't know where Jimmy is. They completely avoided going for the plant instead. Jimmy's going to find Josh over there.
One
Spike has
enemy
been
remaining.
planted. One member left. Ooh, headshots and kills there over on a Jimin. They find the spike. They're gonna take another round. They're pushing over and over and over. And I mean, I'm surprised they didn't find Jimmy hiding up there in the corner to the point where they're just gonna take their time on this defuse.
I mean, that is showing a little bit of why they might be at this deficit, is just not checking where they should be, not, playing in the places that they should be, these default kind of plays that are default for a reason, and not going through there is not going to net you a round win. 6-1 on what some might say a stupidly attacker-sided map.
I mean, yeah, when you're able to pull off those crazy pincer maneuvers from either side, you're able to collapse on points, and you have so much freedom in rotation. It's pretty rough overall, and I mean, you do have defense who has a good middle section as well to be able to shift over to different points. So we currently have Primordial Soup looking down angles here, not finding much as members are slowly but surely pouring over into A. We do have Jimmy waiting on the corner again. It's going to quickly get taken out by Zeeloss. He does not want that to happen again, as other members are going to start slowly rushing over. We do have Jimmy taking out the wall over there, alerting to their presence as the rest of UNL are going to be popping over there. Ulti, not ulti, that's concussion. Sorry about that. Just get the drop there. God is going to take off Shadow as well, and we're down 2 members for UNL. They're going to start wrapping back around over to B point, and they're going to start planting as Astra ulti is going to go down as well.
Oh no, but Jimmy getting rezzed, Zeeloss getting taken out. We're now even, and what seemed like it would be a almost permanent 5v3 advantage. And now that is definitely spelling trouble. But the thing is, the spike is down. So here's Zeeloss. You really want to be patient. Don't want to peek these, but 3v3 taking out Nebraska is going to be a huge thing. And Jimmy committing the ult as well. So they definitely want this to be theirs, but it's all up to Primordial Soup, who's got to get a 1v2. And it just isn't seeming like it's possible. The spike too far gone. You are going to be able to find one, but the Black Void is going to consume us all eventually, just some earlier than others.
Yeah, Primordial's going to accept this fan on that one. They're able to not take that round, unfortunately. They had the time, and I mean, that Astra ulti definitely paused things for a while, but unfortunately, you don't want to wait out on that one. It's going to just sit 6-2 right now, 4-round difference. The fence round is still stacking up pretty solid as members of Zeeloss are going to start wrapping over to the other side. Looks like most of them are trying to go from the north here. And it looks like they might try to pincer over onto B point.
It seems like a lot of times this kind of pinching towards B doesn't seem to work out. Just not able to take out the person who's hanging up top. But with Jimmy going down, you only got Jade really to deal with up front, and then you've got a whole section of the map that you absolutely control. But with Primordial Soup taking out Zeeloss, it's going to make it a little bit harder. And it's just Jade. Up here, they're being so patient, not peeking, but if they just go a little bit too far, Josh is going to know exactly where they are, able to take them out. And yeah, you see, taking a little bit of damage, they're going to back up, and now all of Zeeloss is going towards their A side, all alone to the Sage.
Yeah, 4-4. Sage is successfully held off a 3-man squad from pushing into B site. They're going to wrap around to A, thinking that there's not enough members there. Unfortunately, Nebraska does not know that they are above, because they're currently waiting through that door raid now.
30 seconds left.
Waiting for their pull off their gear. Concussion's gonna drop. They're able to find one kill over there. Able to turn around quickly, find 2 as well for Nebraska. He feels like one heal is gonna get dropped as well. Turning around the corner there. 3K over to Nebraska as defenders are able to take back that round. I mean, Nebraska playing out of their mind for that round.
Yeah, they just were not pressured at all from behind. Just what it was a very easy position. All you had to do was look down, and the head was just glowing. It was begging to be shot, but nobody just did it. And now you had a failed push at B, and you weren't able to take out the one player at A who really stood a chance. We're about to get 3 members of your squad. What is the plan for Zeeloss. It seems once again they're going for B side. It's only going to be Jimin actually who's going to be trying to contest against Jade. They're going to be spotted. And a pretty good concussion there as you're going to stay that off just for a little bit longer. And that's going to be Primordial Soup off the board. And the site is going to be completely in the control of Zeeloss.
Yeah, Shadow's going to take out Jimin there. His other members are slowly wrapping around the corner. Unfortunately, did not need Jade up there. Zeeloss able to take down Shadow. It's going to get refragged out there by Jimmy as well. Joshi dropping that ulti. Poison's dropping down for Jade as well. And turning around to see, wow, my entire side of my map's been cleaned out. As Joshi will take out a Bucky there to quickly remove that one off the map. 2v3 is what we're standing on. Spike is down and ulti as well. Jimmy able to get one kill off onto Miku here. You have the extra support of Breach looking around the corner there. Wall's gonna get dropped as well.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, blind fire from Jimmy, able to find that one out.
Standing.
Ooh, trying to go for it, not gonna find it, and is gonna get toxic out there. A clutch move from Joshi, who's also gonna pick up a 3K as well. And I keep saying, like, the momentum is starting to shift once again, and I keep having to bite my tongue on it. But it's looking better here. 2 rounds in a row straight for Zeeloss, and they're starting to find their groove a bit. And they're going to try to, once again, stay a bit clumped. But they had to burn so much last round. They had to burn multiple ultis and a lot of money lost while becoming a clutch round in the end. It doesn't look like they're going to be going for B again.
You
as
want
they
to
have
play?
some
Let's
around.
play.
And this time we only have Sage waiting around the corner. Not really prepped and ready. Members going to start returning it right around. Shots are being fired as we're just kind of waiting and lying in wait, hoping for something as Zeeloss will take the first kill here.
Oh no, Nebraska. Nebraska, how is this going to go? They haven't moved and they're just going to get taken out by Jamin. The Patience eventually was not able to win it out in the end. Oh, is it going to go down before the spike gets down? Oh, it's not going to make its way over onto GOD before the spike gets down. They're going to get taken out. It is a 3v2 and 1v1 now against Primordial Soup and J-Man, who is having themselves a hell of a round. The concussion going out. And the play from J-Man with the breach has just been such a massive slop. They have been able to use these flashes, these concussions, such magnificently into the way that now we're at a 7-4 scoreline. Yeah,
something that didn't look too well a few rounds ago as, again, yeah, Zeeloss is definitely finding the way. Jimin's helping out very much so. And definitely taking these rounds, landing a lot of solid concussions. And they're catching up on some of the tricks. It looks like we will see Jimin prepped and ready there for the flash as members start trying to push B. They're just rushing it down as fast as humanly possible here. We do have Jade once again up in that corner there. Concussions being ready and waiting.
You are divided.
They will find Jade as they're going to take their time. Oh, they tried to think it through. Headshot coming out on Jade from Miku. They're slowly turning around there. And the entirety of A side is just being held now. Ooh, ulti just nicking on Nebraska there. Slow is going to drop on the ground as well as they are very confused. Looking down at their feet. 4v5. They don't have control. Viper Wall. GOD is going to find members there. Jim is also going to find another kill on top of Shadow. They just have control of the point, and honestly, you back this one out there. Zeeloss able to get one, and it's going to be a flawless round there for the side of Zeeloss. And now we're flipped over on the swap there, as now we're going to see Zeeloss take a stab at defense here. And I mean, they brought it back in the end. What can I say? They found it there, and now we're only at a 2-round difference with a swap. I mean, that's pretty solid overall.
Yeah, I think that's a huge change from what we saw earlier in the map. I mean, it was a 4-0, 5-1 scoreline, something along those lines, and now we're sitting at a 7-5. Zeeloss was able to put such a damper on the momentum that UNL had. But here's the thing is, UNL, their attacks have really, really been good. Going back to Icebox, their attacks were just so efficient And now you go onto this map, which was supposedly very, very attacker-sided. Is this going to be a bloodbath? Is the attacker-sided nature of UNL going to be walk right over Zeeloss? And then the attack is going to be on A site. We're going to see Viper might be the only defender. And if they play this right, they could really end up. But Josh, he's going to be finding the first kill on to Nebraska. Immediately gets refragged, and A site is going to be clear for the taking.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. You had 3 members waiting on one side alone. And it didn't help you in the end. Miku able to find a kill, though, on top with that chamber pistol.
Spike planted.
Jade is planting right now. Izjamin is kind of waiting around the corner, trying for something there. Concussion, not going to find it. Smart. GOD is going to fall flat. As Soup's able to get 2 kills, but he's going to get refragged by Miku. We're down to a 2v2 here, and there's just a lot of pressure on this point. Jade's winning around the corner. He's able to find Reyna. Is looking for Miku as well. Does some solid damage. Not going to take it overall. Miku is able to get the last kill, last laugh. And yeah, that's another round closer. 1 round difference between these 2 teams. And these pistol rounds have just been going in Zeeloss's favor every single time.
Sees that.
Now they're back on track, 1 round away. Somehow they have fought their way back into an almost tied scoreline. You go back 4 or 5 rounds, and it just does not seem like it would be in this. We would be in this scenario considering how strong UNL were playing at the beginning, but maybe Zeeloss just needed the time to warm up on Fracture. It is a very goofy map, very different. Maybe they just needed to prepare and learn kind of how UNL was going to play. Zeeloss is going to peek this very early. There isn't going to be much there to peek. Only Jade, who's going to be very, very patient. But overall, you see in the minimap, there's all 4 spots are going to be occupied. So what is the plan here from UNL? I'm very, very interested here.
Yeah, we do have a good stack of members trying to look towards B right now, but that's covered by another 3 members as people are going to slowly but surely trying to wrap around. All these angles are pretty well covered overall. It's just down to gunfights in the end. Miku missing their mark, forced to hop off their on-high spot. Getting off some damage there. They're going to get pushed off by a Sage Wall there, but Jimin and GOD are able to pick off some members there. Another member for Miku as well. We're down to just 2, and once again, it does seem like UNL is running a pistol round, trying to save up for those assault rifles later on. But, like, I mean, with so many well-placed kills and no deaths overall, it was a flawless round again. It's just going to be assaults via assaults, and it's not. I don't think that secondary pistol round was really worth it in the end for the side of UNL. Like, I don't think having that extra cash to get full assault rifles and a lot of heavy armor is going to help you very much when you're still losing gunfights left and right.
Yeah, well, they're kind of hoping on that fact that the assault rifles will boost them to a victory. 5 in a row. Actually, the longest streak that we have seen in this map, with 4 at the beginning being the longest one before. Zeeloss could get something huge here if they play it right. Are they going to back off? They're going to slink on over to that ult orb. They're going to find one, and they're not going to be able to back off. They chose healing over invisibility, and that might fight them in the butt. So 4v4, possible good trade-off, but I think that's going to come down to the end if we're going to see whether that early kill is going to benefit them.
Yeah, members are currently stacking around here over to A point. Solid cross from Joshi with a headshot around the corner. 2 members on high. Miku knows it, sees the stray shots going around the corner.
Down A.
Quick old trade there. GOD able to pick off another one there. Sage Wall will go up to kind of stall out the game slowly but surely. Not really working in the favor of UNL as Miku's trying to hold off that small point. It does look like the last 2 members are going to start backing out. I might be looking towards B in the end.
We're a little bit at a pause. These attackers just... Are they saving? Are they wanting to go for a very, very late A play? It's probably the former, because they don't have Spike. And that is the biggest thing. And they haven't been able to find success in 6 rounds now. And that means their economy might not be the best. So saving, you're going to have 2 people who are going to have rifles, possibly full shields as well. So overall, it is going to be probably the best situation in which to save. And now you're going to see for the first time, we are going to see Zeeloss having a lead. I believe for the first time since the first map, they are going to be up.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid for the side of Zeeloss. They went down so early on that map, and it was just, I think it was 5 rounds in a row in which UNL were able to take it on defense. But then Zeeloss just kind of picking off a few here and there, and then they've just been going, you know, without any losses so far. They had 2 flawless rounds in a row last time, and unfortunately, a few members had to fall flat there in the end, so they couldn't go triple flawless in the end. But it does look like saving will save off for those 2 members there, as they're going to slowly but surely take their time. Most members pushing it, a few holding out on B.
Some shots going to ring out. Eyes on Primordial Soup, who on the defensive side was able to make things work, but now once we've swapped, has just been very quiet overall. I think that, you know, the team has been quiet, but when you drop 30 kills last map, you're going to have a lot more screen time than most.
Yeah, a lot more eyes will be placed on you, especially for earlier on, and it does look like multiple members here of UNL are actually able to hold off that A point. Viper ulti getting dropped as well, as the rest of UNL will slowly but surely rush their way into the point, and it's still a 5v5. You weren't able to take any members off there. GOD popping around the corner, not really ready and waiting. 2 members falling flat. Miku is going to take one. Jim will be picked down another. Concussion will land as GOD is not prepared for Jimmy waiting around there as well. Slowly going to pincer off there. It's a up 4. Nebraska has the angle onto Jimmy here. Zeeloss will take out Jimmy in the end. Nebraska will take out Miku real quick. Quick little trade of Nebraska as well as a 2v2 in the end. That Viper ulti is going to keep holding on to that point there to try to tie it even. Kill's able to fall flat. 1v1 in the end. Zeeloss popping around is able to take it out. Attackers will win this round, bringing it to a tied match at 8v8. And honestly, at this point, it could really be anyone's game. That's the first round we've seen in a little bit for UNL to win back. And I mean, they won it back pretty strongly. They were able to just slowly but surely rush over to B point, sorry. And they were able to, you know, hold it out as they just waited slowly but surely for the rest of their team to pop in and take some kills as well.
Right there.
Seems like the type of match that eventually we are going to go to overtime. That it feels like that is the way that the script writers have written it. Back and forth. We might be going towards another momentum swing on the side of UNL, considering how this has gone. But, you know, we have seen different things in the past. The British ult is going to come out. We're going to give a little bit of information, and Zeeloss is going to find the first kill onto Nebraska. It doesn't matter if they're concussed, if they can find the kill. That is what's going to matter. So many smokes, Viper ults, concussions, flashes, all on the site. You can see spread out a little bit. Information has been given, and Jade is going to start that plan. The spike has gone down, and the sides have dramatically changed. Primordial Soup's going to find 1, going to find 2, and we might see them back to their former glory if they don't get taken out by GOD.
GOD able to take out Jimmy there in the end, find a nice old nasty headshot. But currently, the last 3 members here are able to hold on. Well, blinds are coming out, blind firing left and right. Jimmy's able to get killed off there by Primordial Soup. Trades coming left and right. We're back down to a 1v1 there, as GOD is going to be dropping a blind. They know exactly where the enemy members are, and they're just kind of waiting around the corner. Blind fires are coming out, and they're going to find them throughout the smoke. GOD is able to take that one back on the side of the defense.
What a great play by GOD, and unfortunately for the Jet, it just wasn't the right side of the defusal. They were hoping they could get it through the smoke, but instead they just revealed their exact position to GOD, who was able to fire and get the kill. So back and forth we might go, or it just could be a speed bump into the eventual victory of Zeeloss. We can only tell, but we're reaching that apex phase where one of the teams has reached 10, and they're inching closer and closer to map, and this map being the last one, match point. So a lot on the line here for both of these teams.
Yeah, points getting dropped down there. Oh, trying to go for a nasty headshot to Benjamin. Just be looking around. Zeeloss able to find Primordial Soup early on. It's not going to feel too good for the attacker. Zeeloss finding another one. Nebraska shutting that down real quick. The quick old shot, reviving Primordial Soup, bringing us back to a 4v4. We'll see if bringing back Soup will definitely be worth it over here in the end. Members are waiting on the corner. Unfortunately, Nebraska going a little too head first is going to get taken out there. Two members trading back. It's now to a 3v2. That bringing back of Soup actually did come in handy in the end, as we've seen all past revivals, you know, just getting completely wiped off the face of the earth the second they could.
2v3 now as we wait, and with bated breath, Joshy could be the ender of rounds here, depending on how patient they are. If they are found out at all, nobody knows their position. That's the big thing, but the Owl Drone could be big here. It is going to find their position. They're immediately going to get taken out by Primordial Soup. A big play, and it's going to be all up to Miku the Chamber. And it seems that all of them are in the general direction. They feel the general vibes of Miku towards this side, and they're going to inch up closer and closer. And Jade looking up top, Primordial Soup right by the spike. Oh, Miku's going to be able to find one. Are they going to find the second? Yes, they are! And all that's left is Jimmy. They're going to get on the spike. Are they even going to get halfway? They're going to get concussed, and they're going to get hit once. No, not even once. Dodging left, right, and center. It's a 1v1 here between Jimmy, and they're not going to be able to win it out. The Stinger in these close-range engagements. You don't even need to hit heads when it's got that rate of fire. Just back and forth, isn't it, Cosmo?
It really is. We're back to even 9-9 on the board, and I mean, that was a good attempt from Miku. They were able to get 2 kills and some pretty strong members, but unfortunately there in the end, Jimmy just has the faster hands and the quicker aim. I was able to take that one off in the end. That seems to be Jimmy's strong suit. Really good at, you know, landing these shots, but just not good at checking corners, as they've been picked off by a lot of sneak attacks left and right. And I mean, another big highlight of that match is, wow, a revival really worked in the favor of a team for once, because bringing back Soup was definitely the right play, as it was able to, you know, definitely help them out overall. So they're going to slowly but surely be looking to push this B side here. Shot going wide. Zeeloss going to take a bit of damage. It's going to back up in the end. They have an idea about where Miku is in the corner. CO Nebraska's to take out Josh with headshot. Jimmy's able to take out Miku as well. Shadow's able to take out Zeeloss. 3 members down. Concussion will happen there. Vulnerable will be replaced. The Shadow's just hiding in their smoke, praying to God they don't get
One
just
enemy remaining
here. And all these members, they might be going flawless here. A lot of pressure coming out, and in the end, it's just down to Jimin, who's just kind of waiting around the corner with a short. Hoping to God nobody sees them around the corner. Dropping a concussion, but nobody's there. I think he might be running
Flawless.
over to the right side. He's going to find out there. Nebraska will get a headshot off of Jimin. Flawless round going over to the side of UNL Crimson, as they're bringing the lead into their favor. We could just see the turnaround happen again. We might be here for a while, Rose.
Yeah, I mean, with overtime, having to win 2 in a row, we have seen teams, right now, this team, UNL, was able to put 2 in a row, but are they able to put 3 in a row, 4 in a row, because they want to avoid overtime. Both of these teams do want to avoid overtime because it means that you have to be perfect 2 rounds in a row, and it puts a lot of pressure on you, and you want to get rid of that pressure as soon as you can. But right now, with UNL having the lead, the ball is in their court, and now they're firing a lot of shots, hoping to find somebody through the smoke. It's not going to happen, but they can sure as hell try.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to run back the play they ran earlier. It worked so well last time. Hey, why can't it work again? Except we have more members waiting around this corner. Judy's still hiding out around that bend. Zeeloss taking off the head of Jimmy there. In the end, as they're slowly turning around, Miku is able to get Nebraska, and they're not able to pick off that early snipe. And it looks like we might be going back to 10-10 overall. Judy pulling back their last 2 remaining spots. 4 members waiting on this point. Joshi taking out Jade in the end there. Down to 2. Does not look like Shadow. Actually, Shadow's able to get off of 1 kill in the end, so no flawless here today. But Primordial Soup will get sniped out, and Zeeloss will be taking off 2 more kills for a 3K in the end. And we're back to 10-10. Oh boy.
Oh man, Ben 10.
We are in for a long night,
That'll
folks.
work.
Honestly, if these teams keep playing back and forth
That
like
should
that.
work.
Feels like the way that UNL
That'll work.
kind of got activated in Icebox. I am a little shocked that we're honestly at this point because I feel like they lost the first map because you essentially gave away 3 or 4 rounds and then you gave a lot of mental energy to your opponent and just weren't able to come back from that. That's understandable. From now, this is definitely Zeeloss. They have fought their way here, fought their way back to a tied game. But with Jamin going down, Viper are going to be on A. You are pushing the enemy completely over to the B site, which you're also abandoning. So,
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange play, but maybe they have that 40 chest brain that I keep hearing about. Something crazy that we don't really know of yet. Slow's being dropped left and right. As A is slowly, but B is slowly but surely being pushed right now. Aster ulti getting dropped on the wall there. You have no eyes. Viper ulti getting dropped on point. It is currently now the side of UNL has control over that one in a 5v3.
Spike planted.
Ooh. Being side out there. Shadow's able to dash away before members are able to get killed there.
not able to
Popping
actually
around
get
the
the
corner
off shot as
slowly.
well.
Trying to find that one. Quick little trade kill on the board. Miku finding more left and right. Down 2 members here. Where's this turnaround coming from? You were able to get some early shots off earlier on there, but Miku just with
One
these
enemy remaining.
absolutely solid snipes. Getting a headshot on one through the smoke, completely blind. They have no idea where the Viper is. Jade is going to take out Joshi there, but has revealed their position. Left alone, God is able to take that one. And they're going to defuse. I mean, an amazing turnaround coming out here from Zeeloss.
Yeah, now and it is 2 more. It is like we're playing our own mini overtimes, where a team is going to be down, they're going to get 2, and then they're going to lose the next one, and that team is going to get 2. But we can only do that charade for so long.
Perfect.
And we're 1 round away from map and match point on the side of Zeeloss. So this round could be killer.
Teleport's ready.
It's going to be extremely
That's a good
important
start.
how they play, how UNL is going to want to attack. It seems they're wanting to go on that A site. I think they found more success on that A site because every time they go to the B, they kind of end, or the B straight away, they end up a little confused and not wanting to push up or at least going straight into the enemy crossfires.
Exactly. We have members looking like they're going to try to push A here. Actually, all 5 members stacked up on that one shove. A lot of blind fire coming out here. We have an Ares on the board right now, ladies and gents. Bit strange to see Ares coming around the corner. Concussion going out, not finding much. But it did give away the position there. Blind will be there as well, and Shadow will be taken out quickly as well with a Vandal. No more Ace on the board. Ares on the board. Bit of a shame. I mean, I use that gun to play Valorant. Not because it's good or anything, but because I have a lot of bullets. I have a lot of bullets for all the misses.
You have a lot
that
of
I keep
opportunities to hit, basically.
Obscuring
But for
vision.
some reason, they never do. It's almost like I'm not that good. We do have Miku kind of looking down long here, as all 4 members just kind of sit and wait here at the entrance of A hall. Not really finding much. They're gonna slowly take their time, hoping more members have possibly hopped off the board.
30
And I
seconds
mean,
left.
you have an angle from Joshi here who might be able to find 1 or 2. Javen is also looking around the corner, not seeing anyone pop through that doorway. Looking for one headshot coming through. Smokes are going to get dropped off on the board. Blind fire. Zeeloss able to find one, but it's going to get refragged out by Nebraska.
One enemy remaining.
Points being dropped
10
there.
seconds
Headshot
left.
coming out for Joshi as well.
Spike
Looking for 2
planted.
kills there. Is going to find Nebraska in the end. They're going to pick up this one, and they're on match point here.
Claw their way back after an extremely lackluster opening. And still, just we have been proven
Match
wrong
point.
that the attackers are not really able to get anything on this map. It really feels like the defense has had the advantage through and through. 1 more, though. That's all you need. You want to avoid overtime as long as you can. So now, how are UNL going to attack this? Are they going to go for a split? Are they going to try to fake B, go A? Go A, say you're going A and go B. It's like there's so many options available to them, but only one is really the correct one.
Yeah, they don't know what they're going for. Yeah, and it looks like they're trying out for a bit of a split tactic. 3 going over to A for a crossfire, while 2 more go over to B. A lot of blind fire, but Miku has a bit of an eye there. Shots being fired left and right. As they're slowly but surely pushing their way up. Nobody's waiting around the corner, Nebraska. You are safe and sound. Fortunately, nobody's going to be pulling what Jimmy pulled earlier there. Smokes will go up, blocking off the rest of the top side of B there.
Poison's off.
As Joshy, once again, waiting on this angle. They're ready for him. Let's see if we get any more headshots there. And there it is. Joshy going over there, but not before Soup's able to get off a trade. 2 more going down there as well. We're down to a 4v3 here. Attacking side is starting to plant.
Planted.
As they're ready and waiting, Jimin's trying to hide out around that doorway, hoping somebody's going to pop through. I'm sorry, buddy. I think you're going to be left alone there for just a little bit. As the rest of the members of Zeeloss are slowly but surely trying to push their way back over.
And oh, that breeze shield has been activated. It's going to push Viper back enough. And now we're going to see the activation. Oh, here it comes. Here comes that defense. That needs to be so crucial. It is only going to be Jamin available. A 1v2 Primordial Soup at 30 health. And they have control of Spike, but they have more than that. They have flashes, but they don't have time against them. And Shadow is going to take them out. And we are at 11-2, 1 round away from overtime, but also still 1 round away from the match being over. So keeping you on your toes, I will say. This game has been so intense.
Yeah, the pressure is
Checking the
stacking
situation.
up here for Zeeloss to close this one out and for UNL to somehow bring this one back to overtime. You got 1 round to make up your mind. 1 round, 1 chance left to figure out what you're doing next. It's a lot of pressure for both teams here. Both of them really want to succeed here for their own reasons. Concussion's going out. Blind will land on top of Jimmy. He's waiting on the corner. That's going to push back Reyna just enough for some extra shots. Looking down middle with a snipe. Trying to bait out there with the capture point. And not going to force it out. He's able to get off a headshot there on Zeeloss, who had the sniper, had the chance, but missed all shots. Blind going out there, not going to find anyone. Slow will take it over there. As other members are forced back off this point, it does look very UNL favored here for this match. Look at that extra early kill there. Oh, make that 2 extra kills. Another headshot landing to the side of Jimmy. He's going to get blinded out and it's going to back away before taking too much damage.
Oh no, this is not looking as good. You're at a 3v3. Jimmy, who has been so good in this past, has been taken out, and seems like he might not last long as it's GOD, making it a 2v2, possibly saving the round as well for Zeeloss and possibly saving the entire match. As now we're still at the 2v2. Shadow's gonna get taken down, and it is gonna be all up to Jade. 20 seconds left, and they have a decision to make: continue with B or go to A, and they're going to continue with B. They're going to go right along the Viper wall. They're going to get damaged, and they're going to get taken out. Zeeloss, what a comeback from a map 1 that is seeming to be given to them to Fracture, which did not start out well, and they come back and win it in the end. What great plays from them.
It was honestly a very exciting match and able to clutch it out in the end, but top of the board, looking at the end here, we do have Primordial Soup lasting out there. Average combat scores with Jimmy up there. Those are deadly shots, both of them landing a lot of good shots here and there. But overall, I mean, it was really impressive to see Zeeloss come around. Yeah, map 1, it kind of felt like it was given to the end. And map 2, they got put in their place by Primordial Soup and Jimmy, as well as the rest of UNL. And then map 3, it started off really rough for them, but then they were able to pick up a little bit of a piece there and slowly start climbing further and further and further and further until all of a sudden they were just absolutely tearing it up at the end there. And it was a very exciting match to watch. And honestly, GG to both of those teams, but especially GG to you, Zeeloss College Prep, for proving me wrong in the fact that, hey, you guys really do have some power left behind you.
But that is going to actually be it for us. You and I, Cosmic, we have reached the end of our journey, and it's been a long one. It has been a different type of cast, than I think you and I are both used to. But we got through, and I think in the end it was very, very worth it match to see this map 3.
Yes, it was. And with that, yeah, we are going to close out for the rest of the night. I know I'm feeling pretty tired. I'm pretty sure you're feeling a bit tired as well, Rose. And the rest, you might want to go to bed after seeing that exciting match. But thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors who help GG Leagues bring all those exciting matches, especially this one, to you guys back home and allowing us to do what's going on there. And once again, GG to both of our teams, but a big one goes out there to Zeeloss College Prep for winning that one, going up 2-0. Tomorrow we have some Rocket League coming up on the channel as well in the Elite Plays. I know that should be an exciting one there. But you guys have a safe night out there. Stay warm. I know where I am, there's some pretty heavy snow falling right now. So stay warm, stay fresh, and we'll see you guys next time on the GG Leagues channel.